Hey guys, today's project we've got a laptop here from 2003-2004 that we have to repair. This is a Dell Inspiron 1100. As you can see, I mean it's in remarkably good condition. And it does have an issue which we'll take a look at in a minute. We'll just take a look around the exterior here quick. Alright, let's open it up and get to the problem. Okay, so if I turn this on, the screen may come on now. Alright, the screen is on, and I don't know if I can get you guys to see this, but there, if you look there closely, you can see the Windows logo in there. I see there's lint all over it. So the screen is on, it's just not lighting up. So that could be one of two things. Either the inverter for the backlight is out, or the backlight itself is out. And this is an LCD screen that actually had fluorescent backlighting. It had a fluorescent tube, either one on the bottom, or sometimes they had one on the bottom, one on the top. And the fluorescent tubes, they run on AC voltage. So being that the laptop runs on DC, the inverter changes it from low voltage DC to high voltage AC to power the backlight, the CCFL backlight. And you know, on these laptops, they were notorious for going bad. I don't know how many I've replaced on these here. So yeah, that's the project with this one now. I think we're going to go ahead and you know, get the screen apart and replace that, and I think we'll dig into the rest of it a little bit more and see exactly what's in here, and you know, replace thermal paste and stuff like that. So I think the first thing we'll do is just pop our battery out. That's the battery. And now we have to get our screen bezel off of here. That's got 4 screws on it. You have these are like little adhesive buttons on here that have to come off, and you got these little rubber ones up here. Or it might be, yeah, I don't know if there's a screw there or not. I can't remember. It's been so long. I mean, these were so common back in the day because they were a budget laptop, and I believe from looking them up, they started at $7.99 with a Celeron in it, and went up from there. You could configure it all the way up to a 2.4 gigahertz Pentium 4, and I'm not sure what's in this one yet. Well, I mean, we'll have to find out once we get into it. But we just want to pop these out without losing them. We'll just stick them right there with the adhesive. And let's see if we got one under here. Yep. Alright, so I was wrong, there's 5. And this was a common repair, not just on these Dell Inspirons, but on any laptop from back then that had the CCFL and the inverter. The inverters, they get pretty hot, and they would just burn up. This laptop is in extremely good shape. A lot of times they have cracks on the lid. These things will be cracked. The keys will be all worn, and the touchpad will actually have a bit of wear in the center. I can see a little bit of wear on the space bar, but overall, you know, considering the age of this thing is in really good condition. So we're just going to set our screws here. They're all the same size. And then I want to try to get a grip on this bezel here and start popping this off. And it's just plastic clips. I mean, the plastic's got clips molded into it. So if you kind of grab like the inside frame, and you can kind of pry up and out, you know, around the edge, pry up and out, go on the hook and pop off. You just got to be real careful here because these are plastic. So if you're not careful, you can break those the locking tabs off pretty easily. Alright, and that's all there is to taking this bezel off, and you can see right here is the inverter. This is the part we got to replace. So we've got our replacement inverter. That just came in today. And you can still get these. This one, now they had said that it was brand new. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. And I'm just trying to hold up to see if it's comparable to this one. And honestly, it looks completely different. So there's a good chance I may have the wrong one. If you put the wrong inverter on there, you can actually fry the motherboard. So that's something you have to be very, very careful of. And if you happen to turn these suckers on, or touch these while it's turned on, you can get one hell of a zap from these as well. So where the hinge frame attaches to the lid, we're just going to take the screws out of that. Alright, so now we can lay this down. I wish I could turn this around for you here. Alright, so on the back, if you peel this foil, this shielding back, you'll see there's a cable right here that goes up to the rest of the screen. And disconnect that just by pulling up on it. And on this side, you've got a this is your high voltage end. That lead goes directly into the CCFLs. Looking at this, I can tell we definitely got the wrong one. So that really sucks. So we're gonna have to put this on hold until we get the right part. Alright, so we know we got the wrong part here. And actually, about the only way to get the right part is to take your screen apart first before you order. Because even though these look completely different, like they may have gone to two different models, this 1100, along with a lot of other models, do have you know, sometimes depending on your different submodel or their production may switch to a different LCD screen that would require a different inverter. So this is the connection that we're looking for. Wrong one. Let's see if we got the right one this time. So, and that was just my bad for not checking beforehand. get into this thing here. Alright, we got the right one this time. So now we go ahead and get this installed. Alright, I guess it's kind of hard to see what I'm doing, but I'm just trying to get this line right back up where the old one was. Alright. I'll move my screws that I have set here. Now at this point we can go ahead and remount our screen. Before we go much further, I should probably make sure the screen works, huh? Alright, there we go. That was the problem. It was a bad inverter on here. The backlight and the LCD itself is good, and the LCD looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to shut this down. We'll go through and get everything buttoned back up, and we'll start getting into the CPU part of it. Alright, so now we're going to dig down into the inner workings of it here. We'll just unplug the power from it. We'll set this back. We're actually going to pull the strip off here first. So you can see we've got all our screws for the keyboard here. Yeah, this kind of takes me back, man. We used to see these in the shop a lot, mainly for either the jack replacement or the inverter for the LCD there. So yeah, this definitely takes me back a few years. Alright, keyboard is out of the way. One more screw. Now we're going to pop our cover off. And there's your CPU right there. Alright, and you see it took our CPU with it. There we go. Yeah, and I would say this thing definitely needed thermal paste replaced because that's pretty hard. Let me clean this up and we'll see what it says on here. I'll put it back in the socket though so the pins don't get bent. So it appears the original 2.2 gigahertz is the best one we have that we can put in here. So let's go ahead and put it back in. Alright, that's much better. Alright, we're going to pull power, we're going to get this back together, and we'll go through and check it out. Alright, there we go. It looks like we're loaded up. Alright, so Pentium 4 2.2 gigahertz, 1 gig of RAM, so that's not bad for Windows XP, and I think, not sure, this may have Wi-Fi in it. Okay, nope, no Wi-Fi in here, but I do have all the install discs for this. I have all the install discs and paperwork that came with this. Here's Dell Terms and Conditions of Sale, operating system reinstallation CD, greeting card greeter. It came with a printer, drivers and utilities disc, CD label maker, Microsoft Money, and Microsoft Encarta, which these have never been opened. Who gives a crap? So let's go ahead and just get this thing reinstalled here. So we can start with a fresh operating system on here.